10 News reporter Colter Anstaett continues our team coverage tonight at the Danville Fire Department's headquarters, where an emergency operations center was set up. So, Colter, what happens now?
Yeah, Brittany, as you can probably imagine, the 24 or so investigators who have been working tirelessly for the better part of 2 days here at the Emergency Operations Center will have a debrief. After that, they will continue investigating as needed as Kennedy is brought back here to Danville to face his charges. Around 12:30 this afternoon, the Danville Police Department announced that 51-year-old Carl Kennedy, charged with abducting his 7-month-old daughter from a Danville gas station Sunday night, was in custody and his 7-month-old daughter safe.
There'll be an extradition process that he'll go through in North Carolina involving a hearing. And he could waive that hearing and it would speed the process up. I don't know that he's going to do that, but there is a legal process that you have to go through for that. And that could be a month, it could be 2 weeks. It's difficult to say.
Danville Police Department Lieutenant Mike Wallace said once Kennedy is brought back to Danville, the police department will officially serve him with warrants for abduction and assault. Police say Kennedy physically assaulted the mother of his 7-month-old daughter in the gas station parking lot before taking the infant out of the mother's car and driving off. Danville Police Department Lieutenant Steve Richardson was one of the investigators who spent hours working the phones in the Emergency Operations Center and was in the center when the good news came in this afternoon.
There's a lot of happy folks here. We've got a large partnership here. We've gotten a lot of leads and been close. We've missed them. We've found locations and sent investigative leads all over North Carolina.
Thanks to a citizen, investigators got the lead they needed early this afternoon, and less than 30 minutes later, Kennedy was headed to jail.
I knew the team went out, and it was very shortly thereafter when we got that lead, within 15 to 20 minutes, that the child was safe.
7-month-old Emma Kennedy was taken to the hospital in Randolph County, North Carolina, where she was, of course, found. She was given a checkup, but investigators say she did not appear to be physically harmed when they found her this afternoon. Live in Danville, Colter Anstaett, 10 News, working for you.
10 News reporter Colter Anstaett has been chasing the storm all day, and he's live along Audubon Drive.
Colter, have conditions changed any in the last half hour or so?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, Audubon Drive here behind me is still clearly impassable. You can see the debris there in the road. You got a public works vehicle there blocking the little slight gap there in the road to make sure people don't go down the road. The water has receded now all the way down to Apollo Drive, but again, there's still so much debris there in the road that you really can't get through the road if you tried. I also want to mention that just a few minutes ago I noticed on Twitter, as a matter of fact, that the Danville Public Schools will be closed tomorrow because of situations like this, not just here on Audubon Drive, but all across the city of Danville. The roads where, as you were mentioning, we're hearing about water rescues. I spoke to a battalion chief at the fire department earlier. He was telling me that some people had to be pulled from their cars on Riverside Drive and elsewhere in Danville. I've seen some other videos from around town. There's kind of what you're seeing here behind me, and I think what you're seeing now in this video is pretty much what you'll see just about anywhere you go here in Danville right now. So it's a pretty treacherous situation. Lots of power outages were reported earlier this afternoon. So if you don't have to be out right now, definitely stay off the roads and help all the first responders and everyone else out trying to get things back to normal to do just that. John.
Pizza and nursery rhymes. That's how one woman helped find a missing Pittsylvania County boy with autism.
Hundreds of people searched for the 9-year-old nonstop after he was reported missing yesterday afternoon. 10
News reporter Colter Anstaett is live outside of our Danville bureau. So, Colter, how exactly did this woman find the young boy?
Lindsay, Mary Parker sang "Row, row, row your boat" as she searched for 9-year-old Andrew Yarborough because volunteers helping search for him were told he likes nursery rhymes. He also likes pizza, so at one point during her search, Parker started saying pizza in hopes of getting his attention.
We followed his tracks. You could see his little bare footprints.
Mary Parker came to the Search Command Center this morning to help and met a total stranger who was also there to help. The two set out on their own and searched for Andrew. When they got to the edge of a deep marsh not far from Andrew's house, they found him. He was stuck in briars.
I looked over and there was just this, well, you could just see him. It was just his chest, and he looked very upset and he made a noise, and so I went over to him and put my sweatshirt on him. and just held him.
She says he fell asleep and she feels blessed.
I have 5 boys of my own, and I know how they are. They explore, they get lost, and I feel like it's God's will.
Andrew's mother, Jessica Fox, was understandably emotional when she learned he had been found safe.
I just hit the ground screaming and crying and praising Jesus. We've been praying all day and night.
A car pulled into her driveway shortly after she got the news, and thinking Andrew was in the car, she ran to it.
Where is he at?
The car, however, was there to take her to Andrew in the woods where he was found. About 2 hours later, he emerged with paramedics, was loaded into an ambulance and taken to a nearby hospital to be checked out. Fox says he asked for pizza.
Oh, he's going to get all the pizza he wants.
When everyone around the ambulance started to leave, Andrew's father thanked those who helped search for him. He put his arms in the air and shouted, "Thank you, everyone." Live in Danville, Colter Anstaett, 10 News, working for you.
New at 11, football is not just a sport for men.
One Avery University student is proving that in a story you'll only see here on 10 News. Reporter Colter Anstaett shows us how freshman Bailey Blake is kicking the stereotype.
T12, T12. Sit.
Bailey Blake is kicking off a new era for Avery University.
I just feel like I have to be on my toes all the time and set an example for the girls around me.
Blake is the university's first female football player. She's a kicker.
Didn't y'all say that yesterday? The guys in general, like I learned that no matter what, they're always gonna have my back.
Head coach Cleve Adams says the team has had to adjust to having a female player, but he's not complaining.
Locker room space, just having a female on the field and in and around is a little unique. But I think in terms of our team and who we are, if it's going to be a team in the region to take it on, I think we're equipped for it. But it's been pretty cool. The guys have embraced her.
Returning first-team All-American kicker Cole Westbury says having Blake on the team is helpful.
We always have competition every day, so it's nice just to have a bunch of people that push me to get better and I can push them to get better. I think she fits in really well now and is comfortable now that we're about a month into the season.
If you want to do something that not a lot of females do, or even if you're a guy, if you want to do something not a lot of guys do, go ahead and break a barrier. Like, be your own person, be yourself, and do what you want to do.
A good mindset as she kicks off her college career.
Yeah, that's what y'all were talking about yesterday?
In Danville, Colter Anstaett, 10 News, working for you.
Taking the fight against bullying literally, that's what one Henry County teacher is doing later this month.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. He is going to compete at an MMA fight to raise awareness about bullying. 10 News reporter Colter Anstaett shows us how he's getting ready.
It's been 19 years since I fought.
Magna Vista High School teacher Robert Asbury is preparing to step into the octagon later this month.
I'm fighting on October the 20th at the Martinsville Middle School to try to bring some sort of awareness to bullying in schools.
According to StopBullying.gov, a government program to educate people about bullying, 28% of U.S. students in grades 6 through 12 experienced bullying. Surveys show that close to 30% of young people admit to bullying others.
One thing that I really truly believe is that martial arts, it empowers people. You know, it gives them more confidence. It also gives you a team to build confidence around.
That belief helped motivate Asbury to start fighting again.
I'm a combat veteran and I have a little bit of PTSD, not a whole lot, like some other soldiers, but I was kind of depressed and was moping around a lot, and I kind of asked myself, what's missing in my life?
His trainer, Jomo Lucas, says bullying prevention is a big part of his program, and he's seen a lot of positive changes in the people he works with.
Martial arts and boxing is just a great way of coming in and learning the discipline and teaching you how to handle those emotions and how to deal with situations. And I often tell my kids that train here, I can show you how to walk away from a fight better than I can showing you how to fight.
That's not stopping Asbury, though, from fighting on. In Martinsville, Colter Anstaett, 10 News, working for you.